We're here live at Radio Row doing a little bit of a different thing, doing a little interview, and because this man is such a famous face on TV, we thought we'd get him in front of the camera once again. It's Jim Lampley from HBO's boxing coverage, and obviously, Jim, you got a heck of a fight that you'll be calling tomorrow night. Initial thoughts just on Mayweather, Mosley, this matchup between these two great fighters.
Probably the best opponent ever for Floyd. Probably the most chance yet that somebody is able to dent Floyd's defensive envelope in such a way that we see a real fight. I think fans are eager to try to see somebody test Floyd and make him fight a little bit. Hatton wasn't really able to do that except for a couple of minutes in the early rounds. Marquez wasn't able to do it at all. I think you're probably going to see maybe a slightly higher fireworks, more intense version of the Zab-Judah fight, because Mosley's quick enough and strong enough to get something in the early rounds, and then based on everything I've seen up to this point in Floyd's career, he begins generally systematically kind of disassembling the atomic bomb, something he does with caution and clinical care, and by the 8th or 9th round I expect to see him in charge of the fight.
Yeah, that's something that a lot of people have been talking about. Yesterday we met with the trainers and we tried to kind of get a feel for the strategy there. Do you think Mosley can try and get Floyd off his game, or is he just that kind of fighter that with a defensive stance and absolutely, the ability that he's shown in fights, that it's just something that you've got to try different things, plan A, plan B kind of stuff to get in and see if you can find something that works against this guy?
Shane's a straight-in, straight-out attacker. He has never been a really nuanced offensive fighter. He does not have a great jab. That makes it pretty easy for Floyd to begin trying to muffle and take away first his jab and his right hand. Shane was a great left hooker as a lightweight. He terrorized the lightweight division with his left hook. If he's going to beat Floyd Mayweather, I think that punch has to resurface for him tomorrow night. Because you've seen it. Mayweather will take away your first and maybe your second offensive weapon. He's very capable of doing that. It's his first priority. He doesn't even bother trying to land his right-hand counterpunch over the top until he feels as though he has your offense stymied. And that's the progression that Shane somehow has to avoid. Footwork, getting in, getting out, skirmishing him the way he did in the Margarito fight, where it was go in, have a firefight, land 2 or 3 right hands, and get the hell back out. That's exactly what Mosley's going to have to try to do, because I don't think he can succeed in fighting with Floyd. Floyd isn't super strong, but Floyd's way quick inside, and he's a little meaner, I think, than Shane Mosley. And therefore, if I were Shane, I think I would try to win this fight by going in and out, varying the distance, and hoping that you can get a left hook to Floyd's body at some point and hurt him.
A lot of people were talking about the age difference. Shane Mosley, of course, at 38 years old, on the higher side of a lot of fighters. But I think more importantly, the 15-month layoff. I mean, in your mind, how big of a part is that going to play in this thing?
What did he do in the 15-month layoff? That's the real key. He's 38 years old. He's relatively recently divorced. He has had a long gym rat career. He's worked harder than he had to sustain what he's had in the boxing world. What has he done for the last 15 months? Did he celebrate? Did he get some of that, relaxation and fun outside the ring, which has never really been a big part of the Shane Mosley world? If he did, then he may not be in the best possible position to maximize this. If he is what Nassim Richardson says he is, a guy who trained hard for 6 or 8 weeks to fight Andre Berto and then stayed in the gym for this, and if he's kept his edge, then he may be in best possible condition, but excuse me, I don't think we'll know until tomorrow night.
Last one for you, Jim, and thanks for the time today. Looking at the possible outcomes for this one, a lot of different things. If there's a Mosley victory, obviously the rematch clause has come up. He could fight Floyd again, maybe even Pacquiao down the road. But if Floyd defeats Mayweather, and we've met that kind of impasse with him and Pacquiao in the last discussions about the fight, where do you think the next step is for Floyd? We've seen retirements before from him. I mean, what do you see in the future from him if he's able to defeat Mosley tomorrow night?
Negotiate the Pacquiao fight and keep the drug testing discussion private. The instant that the drug testing discussion becomes public between those two guys, then you have no fight. So in order for that fight to take place, they need to very privately negotiate the drug testing question and get it all squared away before anything else about the negotiation ever hits public light.
All right. Jim Lampley, you can see him tomorrow night, HBO. Pleasure talking to you, sir.
My privilege.
Have a great day.
All right. We'll see you guys later.